Today, we're going to read a story that's 4.5 billion years old, and it's written entirely in stone.
So, how do you even start? I mean, for most of Earth's history, there were no written words at all.
Well, it turns out the story is in the stone itself. Geologists just had to learn the language.
And the science of reading these rock layers? It's called stratigraphy.
The first rule is actually pretty simple. Older stuff is at the bottom, younger stuff is on top.
The next big idea? The same forces shaping our planet today have always been at work.
So, pioneers like Steno and Hutton basically gave us the grammar for reading Earth's deep history.
Okay, so with the rules down, it was time to organize this massive story into chapters.
And that means knowing the difference between abstract time and the actual rock layers that mark it.
And look how neatly they match up. An eon of time corresponds to a supergroup of rock.
But, it's not a perfect book. Sometimes whole pages are just gone, ripped right out.
Geologists call this an unconformity. It's a gap in the timeline, usually caused by erosion.
And these gaps show up in a few different ways, telling different stories about what happened.
You can have a gap in time, called a hiatus, or a gap in the actual rock, called a diastem.
So, to fill in these gaps, geologists become detectives. And their main clue? Fossils.
These fossils create what's known as a biozone, a rock layer defined by the life it once held.
Some fossils are amazing time markers. You find a trilobite, boom, you're in the Paleozoic era.
Of course, sometimes you get a barren interval, a layer with no fossils. Now that's a puzzle.
All right, so how do we take all these pieces and actually build a cohesive timeline?
It's a four-step process. Identify, order, date with fossils, and then match it to the global scale. And with that method, we can reconstruct the entire history of our planet. It's pretty amazing.
So we can read the past pretty clearly, which makes you wonder, what will our rock layers say about us?